wanted to ask Gottlieb's input on issues such as those because I see us running into them again.
This is their time.
He doesn't come here very often.
You're glad to meet with us and go over things.
I think he should say it publicly before the constituents.
Okay, Commissioner List, we had actually moved on, but I'm gonna
It's fine. I usually get outvoted, so it's fine.
It's important the question get answered, so Mr. Simon, if you'd like to respond, we can give you a minute to respond. I'm not quite sure, maybe can we restate what the question is, though, Commissioner List?
I wanted him to address the fact that she stated she's not going to do it, and what can we do when our secretary refuses for something we vote on?
Let me introduce myself to everybody. I'm Dr. Lee Simon. I'm director of the Office of Advisory Neighborhood Commissions, which attempts to provide assistance to all 40 ANCs and thank you. We're both on the same wavelength.
There you go.
The question of how to get a high degree of collegiality, getting people to work together is always, can always be a challenge for people. In a technical sense, if an officer doesn't carry out their duties, the ANC can always remove that officer and replace it with somebody else. But we're talking about something that I think is a little bit more than a technical answer and requires some additional meeting of the minds and hearts of the commission. And if I can be of assistance at a committee of the whole meeting to work on that, I'd be happy to try to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Simon.
Concerned about a tree that was trimmed, but the inside is not. And it's linear, it's between 1911 and 1907. And the tree should have been signed to come down. I Street.
Ms. Barnes, did you bring that to my attention?
I thought that you had the trees,
The trees were trimmed, but
Yeah, I
as your
had called
commissioner,
for two.
you can always reach out to me if you have additional concern. And as you know, I'm always responsive to you and happy to hear from you regarding whatever concerns you may
The last time that
have.
I talked to you was not very nice.
Ms. Barnes, you
No,
signed my
you were not.
petition,
You were
so
not.
I thought we were very nice on that day.
You were not.
So I can't imagine how you signed my petition and we didn't have a nice
I signed it in
exchange.
good faith, that you would have signed.
And thank you so much, and God bless you.
You always.
God bless you.
He does, every day.
Okay, it's
All right, thank you.
8:20,
So we're gonna
and
move
I'm
on.
leaving sharply at 8:30.
Well, I had,
We're gonna, Mr.
I had a more of a question, concern, and I apologize for being late. Asking this gentleman, are you with DCRA or inspections?
I'm the Warpath liaison for Mayor Bowser.
Okay, well, you're not the right officer, so.
Well, no, we deal with all the offices, which particular.
Well, I mean, I have rental property, and one of my properties, I have replaced some, I had gotten a fine from, I guess, DCRA due to, I had some boards that I was replacing a fence, that I did have a permit for to have a fence. I was replacing some rotted boards on the fence, and they were in my backyard, and I received a fine for my backyard, which is fenced in, being within some code. So I'm trying to understand what code they're referencing that I was in violation of, but the fact I was replacing some boards from an existing fence that I received a fine for boards in my backyard laying on the ground. So I thought that you might have been
I
a
can
DCRA.
get your information, after the meeting, hopefully we meet today, and I'll get that particular inspector to give his rationale.
The bigger question is, what was the fine based on? That's what I.
Yeah, I'll give his
Rationale.
rationale to you. I'll get that information.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. All right, with that, we're gonna move on to item number 10, the folks from Bliss PC here. Thank you all for your patience. You're ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Good evening.
My name is Adam Kent. I'm with Bliss DC. I'm here with my colleagues, Latana and Anthony in the back. We we're a community development organization here in DC that's worked in DC for over 30 years. We're working with another nonprofit organization, Building Community Workshop, on an Office of Planning, what they call a Creative Placemaking Grant in Ivy City. And we're just here to provide an update on kind of the progress of that project. So the goal of the project is to have a temporary kind of creative action that's led by neighborhood residents, and it's an artistic action that's led by neighborhood residents and informed by the desires of neighborhood residents to be about recreation and the history and the heritage of Ivy City. And just some background on our organization, we've worked in Ivy City beginning in the 2000s with Habitat for Humanity, MAN and MICASA on building affordable homeownership units in Ivy City on vacant land. So we're working on this project now, and we had 5 great proposals from different artists come in, ranging from an Ivy City poet who would like to do poetry workshops and create a book of poetry with neighborhood residents, all the way to an architect that is interested in having portraits or photographs of neighborhood residents installed throughout the community, telling different stories. But anyways, they all came together on Ivy City Day this past Saturday to get feedback from neighborhood residents, because the ideas that they submitted were drafts. And the idea is that they're going to take the feedback that they got on Saturday and revise their proposals, and then they're going to submit this coming Friday. And we'll be meeting with a local arts committee shortly thereafter to make a decision on which proposal would move forward. And then the opening for whatever proposal is chosen by the local arts committee will be on October 1st.
I thank you guys for coming here. I'm going to reiterate, and I think you guys will do it. This is a project for Ivy City, so I think it's key that the residents of Ivy City help choose what projects come to our neighborhood. We don't want something that's supposed to represent us and is decided upon by everybody else in this city or even this commission. So my big thing to you guys is thank you for informing this group. However, we have no one person here because all of the announcements are done online and we don't all have internet at home. So I think we need to do some grassroots door knocking to get my residents at the events.
So to that point, we definitely are in 100% agreement with that. We've been working with local youth in the area called the Real Ivy City, and they have actually put flyers all over the neighborhood.
The only catch with that, and I appreciate your including that group rubs a lot of the long-standing residents the wrong way, because who determine, or even newcomers, who determine who is the real Ivy City?
Right.
So it's like we need to do more outreach, and in my opinion, it's always safest to go through the churches because they're bipartisan, they don't have a dog in the fight per se, and I know the next meeting will be at the church. That's a safe, neutral place to use, and you have to research the groups that you have promoting things, because that real Ivy City, they're not embracing of Ivy City or even the single member district.
Okay, and we've been working with Ms. Banks from Trinity Baptist Church as well. She's been super helpful in allowing us the space to meet with neighborhood residents as well. So thank you for your feedback.
No, I was not informed. I will be there.
Next up, we have Mr. Salim. You have the floor for 5 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Anwar Salim, Executive Director of H Street Main Street. And I'm here this evening to basically talk about the Starburst. The Starburst has been a very challenge for, I think, all of us. over the years, ever since we got, constructed the project over there. Many of us know that it's become known in DC for K2 and drug activities. And we've been trying our best to basically turn it around. It's tough. Now they've been entrenched, since the city turned away from it for many years, and now they've been entrenched, there. But sometimes that happens, there's an opportunity to really capture what's going on there without moving them throughout Trinidad, Ladybird Road, Benning Road, and 8th Street. That you have a lot of a need there for services, and that we have to work together with Logan, with Hakeem, and the mayor's office to really deal with the behavior issue over there. But in the interim, that we can bring some type of activity there to help alleviate some of the problems. The police are doing a great job over there, but you need a whole community type of participation to really resolve the issue. What we had done last year we began to clean it up a little. We turned the water on. We have a clean team out there cleaning it up 5 days a week last year. We began to take care of some of the foliage, and we took it as far as our money could really take us. And we had entertainment, farmers markets, and a few other things. This year, the money's been pretty slow, so we had to raise money of our own to really start something up this year. We started farmers market about 2 weeks ago, and it was okay. We started off with about 10 farmers, but you need the activity to really keep the farmers going. The farmers not making any money, not doing anything, people not coming out, they're scared of the activity, the farmers will go away. So we need to find a way to really step up and participate and really support the farmers that are really coming. This week we have our first entertainment section. We had entertainment last year, every Saturday. This year we'll take it from this Saturday on up until October. We have entertainment from 7 to about 10 o'clock at night. And with that, we are also going to have Arts All Night that's going to take place on the 24th of September. We participated in Arts All Night last year. Arts Humanities didn't want us to do it, but it became one of the highlights in our video for the Arts All Night activities. Arts All Night is 1 week after the HQ Festival. The HQ Festival is September 17th. Arts All Night again the 24th. What we want to do this year is to take Arts All Night from dusk to 12 o'clock at night if possible. We normally stop our activities at 10 o'clock, and we want to take it to 12 o'clock this year. We talked to the senior citizens home across the street from the Stoppers. They want to participate and have their own activities for Arts All Night. They want to participate, but we told them that we have the Stoppers who want them to support what we're doing. We're going to try to do both. If they come up with funds, we come up with funds. We have something in their facility at the same time. I think that the Stoppers is something that we need to highlight and get people out there to support the Stoppers. I want to give you a little background on the Stoppers also. As of today, we collect 80 bags of trash there a week. That's huge. That is huge. 80 bags of trash there a week. We actually service the Stoppers 5 days a week. As of this week, we start servicing 6 days a week. As of next week, we're going to service the Stoppers 7 days a week. We do it 8 hours a day, but on Mondays and Saturdays, we're normally off. We have to go in there and have some type of activity there because the trash is horrendous. The people really don't we put trash cans out there. We do whatever we can, but they'd rather put trash on the ground. So you have to really go out there and talk to them and encourage them that this is not a pig pen. This is where you hang out the most. Your kids come and play. Use the playground. You have to respect where you really hang out. And so they begin to listen some, but it's not up to par where we need it. So we're gonna have them our clean team out there to serve for 4 hours on Saturdays, and on Mondays, and 4 hours on Sundays. So we have to deal with that. Also, again, the farmers market is on Wednesdays, and we're gonna begin Night Under the Stars real soon. But we're gonna have the mayor's office again participating and working with us to bring some type of activity there at least 4 to 5 days, 4 days out of the week. The lights, majority of the lights are working. We have a few out. We have a contractor in who basically turn the water on. We actually preserve it when the winter comes. He actually put it under